Is that yes? Right, good afternoon. My name is Derek Beer. I'm Chairman of Dorset Licensing Committee, and welcome to you. We've got a few procedural things to do first, and when we've dealt with that, I'll explain the procedure from there on in. Is that okay? So if you bear with us for a minute or two, the formalities we have to go through. Okay, thank you. So first of all, is to elect a chairman.
Nominate yourself, Councillor Beer.
I'd like to second that, Councillor Beer.
Thank you very much indeed. And do we have any apologies, please?
Apologies for absence were received from Councillors Weller and Shortell, substituted by Councillors Fry and Pothecary. Thank you.
Thank you. And do we have any declarations of interest? No?
No.
No. That means do we know you or whatever? Okay, thank you. And do we have any urgent business, please?
No urgent business, thank you.
Thank you. We'll now go round and introduce everybody so you know who all these unusual faces are. Okay, so as I said, my name is Derek Beer. This is now a licensing subcommittee, and I represent Shaftesbury. I'll go to my colleagues.
I'm Val Pothecary. I represent Gillingham.
It's really important we speak into microphones because it's live streamed. Okay, thank you. Now go to our legal officer.
I'm Laura Autry from Legal Services.
Catherine Miller, Senior Licensing Officer and Report Author.
And I really got that out of order because I should have gone to both of you in front of first. Sorry, John, introduce yourself.
John Miles, Democratic Services. I'll be taking minutes for this meeting.
Elaine Tibble, Democratic Services.
And Kirsty.
Hello, I'm Kirsty Gatehouse, Licensing Officer for Dorset Police covering the Purbeck area.
Thank you. How it will go this afternoon, the licensing officer will present the case, and at any stage through the proceedings, we can ask questions. If members will go first, we'll ask you if you've got any questions on procedure all the way through. And likewise, when we've done that, we'll come to you to tell us what it's all about, why you want to do what you do, and how you're going to do it safely in accordance with the licensing objectives. Members will ask you questions, and anyone else present will ask you questions. Is that okay? When it's all over, we'll take note of everything we've heard, and we'll retire and make our decision. And that will be, John, will you keep still? And that will be sent to you within so many working days, 5 working days normally. And you do have the right of appeal to Magistrates' Court if you don't like. In fact, any party has the right of appeal to Magistrates' Court within 21 days. But I'll reiterate that at the end, okay, after we've summed up. Is that okay?
Yes, that's okay. Yeah. No.
Do you have any questions on the procedure at all? No. Thank you very much. So I'll ask the licensing officer to outline the case. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. This is a hearing to consider a new premises licence application for Nina's Bistro, 1 West Street in Wareham. The Licensing Act sets out at Section 4 that the authority must carry out its functions with a view to promoting the licensing objectives, and these are the prevention of crime and disorder, the prevention of public nuisance, protection of children from harm, and public safety. The application we're hearing today is for a supply of alcohol on the premises, and it's Monday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2200 hours. Dorset Police requested conditions to be added to this licence if it were to be granted, which the applicant has agreed to, and these conditions can be found at Appendix 2. There were no other representations received from any of the responsible authorities for environmental health or planning. There was one relevant representation received from a member of the public relating to the licence objectives of public nuisance, and the interested party raised concerns in relation to noise from the premises. An email was sent by licensing on behalf of the applicant to the interested party to explain the reason for the application and their intentions. This also contained the conditions the police requested, and this email can be found at Appendix 3. The interested party did not respond following this email from the applicant, and their original representation can be found at Appendix 4. To be counted as a relevant representation, it must relate to 1 or 4 of the licensing objectives, and I've set out in the report the matters that do relate to 1 of the 4 and those that do not. Finally, I'd just like to draw your attention to the part of the paragraph 9.44 from the guidance, as quoted in paragraph 6.4 of the report. It is imperative that the authority ensures that the factors which form the basis of its determination are limited to consideration of the promotion of the licensing objectives and nothing outside of these parameters. The licensing authority is expected to come to its determination based on an assessment of the evidence on both the risks and benefits either for or against making the determination. Thank you.
Thank you ever so much. Members, do you have any questions on the report? No, thank you. The police have any questions on the report? And do you have any questions on the report? No? Okay. I've turned myself off. Thank you. So now it's over to you to tell us about the business, how you, as much as you want, how you intend to run it within those licensing objectives. Is that okay? And then at any stage, we'll ask you about that. All right, thank you very much indeed.
So I did apply from, first of all, I did apply from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., but I'm not planning to stay that opening time. My opening time is only from 7 o'clock in the morning until 5 p.m., but in case I will have like a function or something, I wanted just to make sure I'm covered until 10 p.m. I'm not planning to stay that much. It's going to be too much because I'm there every day, so I can't stay that long. I know the objection was also for music. My music, it's loud, but it's not. I have only 4 speakers in each corner connected to a phone. I don't have live music. I don't have TVs. I don't have nothing like to do like very big noise. And my premises, basically, it's 5 tables and 12 seats. It's a very, very small bistro. It was to be a bakery before, so it's very small bistro. And yeah.
Thank you. And there have been some conditions imposed. You're happy with those conditions that you've read? Yeah. Are there any other?
What are you going to do about noise in the area of the community? Do you have any community concerns that you've heard about or aware of?
No, I didn't have no one complaining about very loud music because, like I said, I have just 4 speakers. There are 4 speakers in each corner, and I'm plugging a jack in my phone to have the not loud music because I can't. Even if I want to put like a loud music, I can't. It's just 4 speakers. But yeah, I don't know.
Licensing officer, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, but, excuse me. No, but I'll just clarify about the Live Music Act. Janina hasn't actually put any music on the licence anyway, so she would be entitled to have live and recorded music up to 10 o'clock at night in her case because of her hours, and that won't be able to be conditioned because of the Live Music Act 2012.
Thank you. Kirsty, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, I don't. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. We now come over to the responsible authorities. Would you like to address the committee? Thank you.
Thank you. So I've just come along today just to clarify what action we took in terms of agreeing the conditions. This is the first time I've actually met Janina in person. I spoke to her over the phone to discuss the conditions. The timings that she's applied for, even up until 10 p.m, is normally well within the timings that we'd find as acceptable for something like this. And the conditions that I've applied to it are fairly standard for what we'd like to see in a business like this in terms of the age verification, the CCTV and the staff training. This is something that we try and put on every premises licence application that comes through to us. And she was also very willing to keep refusals logs and incident logs. Hopefully those should be rarely used given the nature of the business. But again, she was very agreeable to all of the conditions that I proposed. And she'd volunteered within the application form, I believe, that after 5 p.m, alcohol shall only be served to patrons who are sitting to eat, which also we found very agreeable because that obviously prevents people just being able to come in and purchase alcohol between the hours of 5 p.m. and 10 p.m, which is helpful in terms of contributing to preventing crime and disorder, which of course is one of the licensing objectives that we're aiming for. So, like I say, we didn't have any concerns from the conversation that I had. I thought everything was absolutely fine. I've purely come along today in case you've got any further questions on anything that we've done.
Thank you ever so much. I'll just ask members if they have any questions for you. Thank you. And licensing officer, any questions for?
No, thank you, Chair.
And do you have any questions on what the police have put you?
No, I don't have any questions. I did sort because she did ask me to change the CCTVs to have at least 28 days. Now they will be more than 28 days. Now I have 2 extra, how do you call them? To stock all the information. So everything's sorted. So, no.
That's lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. So we sped through that. We now go to, I think, it looks very straightforward. Now we'll go to summing up. So we do that in reverse order. So we go to you, Kirsty. Is there anything further you'd like to add in summing up?
No, I think I've covered it all. Thank you.
I think you probably have. And I don't want you to go away and think that you didn't have a chance to say that all you wanted to say. So we obviously go away and weigh up everything we've heard and the things that have been submitted to us. And we've heard what you had to say. Is there anything else you'd like to say at this point for us to bear in mind?
Yeah, I want to be granted to have alcohol in just because I will have just a type of wine, just a cider and just a lager. So I'm not planning to have spirits or other stuff because, like I said, it's a very small place. I have just because I'm selling steaks and, you know, people might want to have a small glass of wine. And it's, I don't know how to say, but I have like loads of pubs around me. And one is Antelope. It's literally three doors away from me. And I know they are noisy. I know they have problems every weekend. And I think it's unfair for who put the objection for me as a new business not to have alcohol just because he didn't put the right reasons. Because like I said, it's no loud music. I'm trying to sort and be legal with everything. And it's like, yeah. But if I can't sell alcohol, I will still gonna be open, so thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, and thank you for coming. Now, has everybody asked all the questions I need to ask? Is everybody satisfied with what they've heard? Yeah? Yeah, yes? Yeah, okay.
Yes, thank you.
Legal team? Yeah, okay. So, thank you very much for coming, and I hope you feel everybody feels it's been a fair occasion. We will now go away in private and consider everything we've heard. You will get the notification of our decisions within 5 working days, I would imagine, or thereabouts. And if you don't like what you get, you do have the right of appeal to the Magistrates' Court within 21 days. Is that okay? Okay. Well, thank you very, very much for coming, and I hope it doesn't cause you too much stress. Thank you. I bet it has really. Yeah, thank